we get on that topic of the shooting and the Miami rapper or whatever was wounded, and he still feels like it was because he likes men, okay? Now, Miami Tip came out and she said, oh, hell no, that wasn't the truth because I was there up in that thing, okay? And when I was there, what I saw was a guy that was over here literally antagonizing everybody. He was taking his pants down, showing his thong, over here getting buffed up at the wrong people. And what had happened was he got into the wrong face of somebody, okay? And we don't know exactly who that somebody was, but they did retaliate. Now, is that right for that person to do that? Absolutely not. But you need to be aware of whose face you get in if this is the truth, okay? Now, this is according to Miami Tip. I don't know that to be true, but if it is the truth, you need to be aware of who face you getting in next time, and don't be running around here talking about it's because you're gay.
Just talk. Can we just talk?
Nesha here, back in the cut once again. Y'all read the title, so y'all already know we're doing the review for Love and Hip Hop Miami. Before I get started, I do want to say welcome to all of my new subscribers. What up to all of my oldies? I love having you guys here viewing my videos. Okay, now what did y'all think about tonight's episode? I feel like when it comes to MJ, they definitely proved me right, okay? I did not feel like MJ had anything going for himself. I felt like he was a leech, that he was just hanging on to Amara because she was very, very easy, okay? And for some reason, she feels like she needs, you know, like she needs someone around. And I don't understand why she feel that way, okay? You're a beautiful girl. You're very talented. You are successful. And you really can do and, you know, have anybody that you want, okay? You don't need him, like mama said, okay? It's only y'all up in this world, honey, and that's all you need. You don't need him. You don't need your daddy that's coming around only when it's convenient for him. Anyway, y'all, let me not get ahead of myself, okay? Let's go ahead and jump into this review. And we about to do the damn thing, okay? Now, I do want to get this disclaimer because I can see myself over here and it looks like there's a bit of a lag, and I do apologize, okay? It's going to get better. Let me just figure all this stuff out, honey. Anyways, so we start the episode off with Miss Beautiful Amara La Negra here with her mama. And her mother is so proud of her because she had that Boost Mobile event. I think it was like a little concert, and she was she like the headliner? How do y'all say that? Is that what she was? Or was it just a special event? I don't know what you consider it. But anyway, it was successful. It did rain. Her father showed up. Now, she told us last week that her father really wasn't in her life. Her mom had to struggle majority of the time that she raised her, okay? This nigga had the nerve to tell her to go get welfare when she wanted some assistance. This is why Mama Amara La Negra is not here for the shits, okay? She don't care about what he has to say. She believes he only wants to come around because her daughter or his daughter is Amara La Negra, okay? If it was just Amara, his ass wouldn't be answering the phone, nor would he be popping up in Miami, okay? He was away in, I think what was it, Puerto Rico? Or I can't remember where she said he was, okay? He was out of the country. And then Amara tried to come up with some excuse as to why he was out there. And then she was like, listen, yeah, he didn't have money or papers or whatever you want to call it, but what he did have was a phone, and he did not pick the damn phone up to call you. So listen, this the face she gives, because I'm not falling for any of that shit. I don't care what he has to say. Then Amara says, oh, but Ma, he's sick right now, and I can't just leave him when he has cancer. And I think it's like prostate cancer, if I'm not mistaken, okay? And so she's like, I just can't leave him. And not only that, he told me that, times are really hard for him right now. He can't afford to pay for the medicines and the treatments and therapy and all that stuff that you have to take when you have cancer, okay? He can't afford it. And the mama is like, and do you think I give two shits, okay? Because he didn't care what I could afford. And he didn't lose not one piece of a Z, not one piece of a Z, okay? He was living his best life, not worried nor concerned with how you were taken care of. So I don't care. Now, a part of me understands how Mata La Negra moms, what's her name? I'm going to call her Mama La Negra, okay? Because it's too much saying Mama La Negra. Mama La Negra, okay? Now, I understand what she's saying, okay? I've taken care of you all this time, and this man gets to come here and reap all the benefits of what I put into you. I'm not feeling that. And he conveniently needs some money. Yes, this is why he's coming around, because you have the money. He really doesn't care about you. And I also see where Amara is coming from, because she's like, look, I can't sit here and hold grudges of how he treated me in the past. I can only move on to the future and try to repair what we can while he's still here. And she also feels that he's sick. And what do I look like turning my back on him while he's sick? But Amara, you kind of allow people to like manipulate you and get over on you. And I see that this is what Mama's trying to tell you. Mama tried to warn you about your boyfriend, MJ. You still didn't want to listen to her on that. She told you to stop letting MJ around your business. Stop letting him have a say-so about whatever it is that you're doing, because it is your business. You are the brand. It's not him. Let him just be the boyfriend. You still let him do that. You let him talk you into firing Julian. Okay, we found out the real reason why he did that today. But I just feel like Amara needs to just like, hell, I don't know. What y'all think? What do y'all think about this? Comment down below. Moving on. Now, Briscoe is here, and we met Shello. I think that's her name. We met Shello last week. She was, or is, the baby mama that left him when he was in prison. Now, I know that sounds really, really bad. And it is because she kind of got tired of the, things that he was doing, the infidelity and stuff like that. And when he got locked up, she's like, on top of that, you want me to be ride or die? I respect her for what she did. I can get with that, okay? I'm not going to sit here and be stupid, trying to be there for you and all this, that, and the third, and you were out here doing whatever you wanted to do, okay? This is your time to get yourself together. I'll be out here taking care of your child that you can't take care of because you are locked away, making what, 25 cents a day? Okay, anyway, but he's here and he is trying to make things better, and I can respect a person that does that. However, we see it all the time. We see it all the time that people get out of jail and they try to do better for the first, week or two. And then after that, they go back to the same way. So we'll see how it goes. But this is his little boy, Britton, okay? Moving on. Now, Santana, I guess Santana is going to be a new part of the show. Now, I kind of saw this coming when he was in the headlines because he was shot at a nightclub. And he says it was like, what do y'all, I guess they were like, it was discrimination, maybe, hate, not necessarily, a hate crime, but I can't think of what they call it. Anyway, y'all. So he's trying to say they did it because he's a part of the LGBTQ community. And some people feel differently, okay? So anyway, he's here in the studio and he talks to Suki about it. And he also talks to, I think her name is Chameleon. And they talk about that. They talk about the girls' tour. He's telling them to keep doing it. We get on that topic of the shooting and the Miami rapper or whatever was wounded. And he still feels like it was because he likes men, okay? Now, Miami Tip came out and she said, oh, hell no, that wasn't the truth because I was there up in that thing, okay? And when I was there, what I saw was a guy that was over here literally antagonizing everybody. He was taking his pants down, showing his thong, over here getting buffed up at the wrong people. And what had happened was he got into the wrong face of somebody, okay? And we don't know exactly who that somebody was, but they did retaliate. Now, is that right for that person to do that? Absolutely not. But you need to be aware of whose face you get in if this is the truth, okay? Now, this is according to Miami Tip. I don't know that to be true, but if it is the truth, you need to be aware of who face you get in next time, and don't be running around here talking about it's because you get it, all right? Now, moving on to MJ. This little puppy that he done got, and Amara La Negra, okay? Now, I'm really starting to feel like this dude, I don't really care for him, okay? He's too controlling, and he's slick with it, and Amara doesn't pay attention to any of it. She just, oh my gosh, he just loves me, and he's there for me, and he just wants to be there for me, and all this, and then, I'm like, girl, shut up. Like, snap out of it, okay? This boy is really using you. He don't care like that. So, nor does his sister, okay? Now, anyway, he decides to go out and get her a puppy because y'all know he wants to knock her up. She not trying to get knocked up right now because she got a whole lot going on. On top of that, she does not have management. And so she is literally working overtime, doing the things that a manager should be doing as well as the artist, okay? But this is what you signed up for, boo-boo, when you let him go, right? So, he gets this pet. And he says, you know, I know we don't have a baby right now, but this is, you know, this will be our baby, and this is a boy, and oh my gosh, don't you love him? She ends up falling in love with the pet at first. She tries to get her pet back, but we all knew she wasn't going to do that. Then he drops the bomb on her that he wants, he said he wants to be her manager. And I said, girl, if you... Amara girl, if you let this dude be your manager, this could not be more obvious. He convinced you that Julian was this horrible person, that you can't trust him. He doesn't have your best interest at heart. You need to get rid of him, okay? You do that without question. Now, you were a little conflicted at first because you said Julian was like your brother, but that shit flew out the window because I guess that, you know, Peter was a little bit better than having your brother / management around, all right? Now, that happens, and, you know, he's low-key, you know, controlling everything behind the scenes. Not only that, he wants to slide up in here, buy a damn puppy, and say, by the way, babe, you know, I really feel like you should have somebody in your corner that really has your best interest at heart, somebody that really want to see you win. And of all people, you know, I'm the one that wants to see you win, baby. I think I should be your management. And I'm like, boy, if you don't carry your ass on somewhere. First of all, like Amara said, I haven't seen you manage any damn body. Who can you manage, sir? Let's see your resume, okay? And not only that, why would she mix business and pleasure? You were the one that caused this big-ass scene. Oh, you tried to sleep with Amara, Julian. You tried to sleep with Amara, and my girl wasn't into that. She told me, even though she told you don't tell nobody, she told me. So you know that would have been an issue, okay? You over here trying to expose that. Now you want to sit here and try to make us believe that this is supposed to be a good career move for her? Hell no. You don't mix business with pleasure. You definitely don't have a nigga being your manager that has zero experience at all whatsoever. And he literally has manipulated and controlled this narrative all along. So if you fall for that shit, Amara, Let's move on. So now these ladies here, they're supposed to be looking for a road manager because y'all know they have that tour that they're doing, the one that they're I think it's the BAPS tour or something like that, because Trina dropped them, and so they said we got to keep it going, we got to keep the momentum up, and this is what we're doing, okay? They go through several different people. Nobody seemed interesting. The first lady, they didn't like her too much. The second one, they thought that they was going to really, I think Suki liked him more than anybody else. And then the third one, he was just too much with it. And think they called him Scarface, but he was just too much with the shits to me. It seemed forced, like an act. I wasn't here for it. They wasn't here for it either. Anyway, moving on. So Amara sits here and she's talking to Prima Donna. Now, Prima Donna says she met Amara like a few weeks ago. So the fact that Amara is sitting here telling her all of her business to this girl, I was like, well, damn. Okay, now, usually when a person does that, somebody new and they just start, going all off at the mouth, just saying, well, this happened and this happened and this happened. That means that person has nobody else to talk to. So, Prima Donna is here, boo. You are it. Tag, you're it. Okay, so she needs to talk. Now, she's sitting here talking about Julian and how, he says that he wants to be her manager and that she's, wait a minute, did she mention the management? I think she did mention the management, but I know for sure she also mentioned the fact that he's always around. So this is her moment to just get away from him and be by herself, boo. When you start feeling that way, baby, that means he's smothering you, boo-boo. That means you can't breathe without this ninja around. That means that he is doing team too damn much. He's not allowing you to have your space and him have his. And the reason why is because he feels like if he gives you too much of a distance, then you will start being enlightened. You will start opening your eyes to the things that he's doing, the way that he's manipulating you, okay? People like that you need to watch. I always say that if a person is smothering you, boo, watch them because they're trying to control something, okay? Anyway, so we talk about that. And, that happens. Moving on. So this lady here, wait, can y'all see her? There she go. This white lady here now, she was just feeling herself. I don't know what the hell she was on, honey, but she dropped it like it's hot. I thought it was funny as hell, so I decided to include it for y'all. Moving on. Now, Prima Donna, later on, she goes to the hood that she grew up in, and she meets with her friend. I cannot remember her name. I think it may be Trina, okay? But that could be wrong. But anyway, so she meets with her friend, and her friend, beautiful girl, okay? Beautiful girl. Now, she ends up talking about how, I guess she's an inspirational speaker, and had it not been for her, I guess Prima Donna wouldn't be where she is. And they talk about how they done made it from the very, very bottom to the top. And, they have that talk, okay? Then we also start talking about MJ. And she says about how when she was with MJ, it was always her doing the work, him just sitting here and just taking and not putting in on anything. She got tired of taking care of him. And she pretty much makes this out to be the type of person that he is. He's a leech. He just likes to lay around and collect the checks from the women that he is with at the time, which fits the description of the relationship that Amara is in. Okay, so we saw next week is supposed to go down. I'm so happy, and I hope that she's not with him today because I don't think he was right for her. I really don't. No, I don't think he was right for her. Now, so she tells us this, and she actually dated this guy. And Prima Donna is like, girl, what? I can't believe all of this. And I'm like, Prima Donna, so you just had this whole conversation with Amara and you failed to tell her that your friend dated her now man? Because you can't tell me, y'all was good Judies. You can't tell me this the first time that you done heard of this, okay? Anyway, y'all, so I think that is it. That is it for this review. Jump into the comments. What do y'all think about Amara's daddy? Do you feel like if you were in her shoes that you would accept him? And do you feel that it's genuine? Okay, how do you feel about Mama La Negra? Do you think that she's bitter? Or do you think she's trying to protect her child? What do you think about MJ? Do you really think that he's a leech? I say he's a leech, honey. Just lay his lazy ass down and just suck all the life out of Amara and all the finances out of Amara, okay? I don't like people like that. Do you agree with me that he is trying to manipulate her and this is why he's smothering her, trying to keep her close? Girl, that's team too damn much. Like I said, y'all, I will see y'all in the comments. And until next time, bye.
I'm ready to go. This tea is super hot. I'm about to blush. I'm back, 3 feet, no pressure.